start our 8th chapter, decimal. Few points were left in my last video, so today we will cover up those remaining parts, and if possible we will start the new exercise 8.1. okay, so first we have to plot a decimal number on the number line. Okay, so how to do this? Let's take one example. Let's take the number 0.5. okay, now we can easily say that this number is greater than 0, isn't it? So let's take here 0. Okay, and this number is less than 1, isn't it? So we can say between these two integers this decimal number is lying. Okay, now for plotting this decimal number on this number line, we will divide this number line into 10 parts. Okay, so we have marked all the 10 parts, and these 10 parts will be mentioned in this way. First one will be 0.1, the second point will be 0.2, third one will be 0.3, fourth one will be 0.4, fifth one will be 0.5. In this way we will proceed. So from here we can easily say where 0.5 lies. Okay, so this is the point 0.5, you can see this, and we have plotted this number or the decimal number on the number line. Okay, so first step you have to check between which two integers the decimal number is lying. Let's take another example. Suppose 2.3. okay, 2.3. So this decimal number is greater than 2, and definitely the next integer is 3. So this number is lying between 2 and 3. So we will draw the number line in this way. Here we will write 2, here we will write 3, and between this 2 and 3 we will divide the number into 10 equal parts, just like the previous one. Okay, so let's do that. So here we have already marked the points after 2 and before 3. Okay, so we have divided this number line, this part, the place between 2 and 3, into 10 equal parts. The first point will be written as 2.1, then 2.2, 2.3, 2.4. In this way it will be proceeded. Okay, and this number 2.3, this decimal number is here, you can see it easily. Okay, so the first step is you have to check that between which two integers the decimal number is lying. If it is 7.6, then you can say that the decimal number is lying between 7 and 8, between these two integers. If we take 17.6, then also we can say that this 17.6, this decimal number is lying between two integers, and those are 17 and the next integer is 18. Okay, so in this way first we will check between which two integers this decimal number is lying, then we will draw this number line in this way. Okay, and the endpoints will be those two integers. Here if we take this number, then it will be 17 and it will be written as 18, and between these two numbers the line will be divided into 10 equal parts. So the first point will be 17.1, then will be 17.2. in this way it will be proceeded, and this point will be 17.6. okay, so in this way we can plot any decimal number on the number line, okay, which is having 10th place on it. Okay, so you can see that here we are getting the 10th place, isn't it? 0.5 means it is having 5 on its 10th place. So for 10th place we will divide the number in this way. Okay, and we can easily plot the number on the number line. Okay, so let's come to the next point. Now we will talk about comparison of two decimal numbers. Suppose let's take one example, 0.7 and 0.07. Between these two decimal numbers, which one is the bigger? If any problem like this comes in your exam, then what will you do? Okay, so we have learned in my last video that how to convert the decimal number into fraction, okay, or a fraction into decimal number. So if you want, you can convert it to the fraction, okay, because here towards the right hand side of the decimal we are getting 1 place. So we have put 1 0 after 1. So we have got 10 as the denominator, and the number which will be placed here will be placed as the numerator also. And here also we can say that we are getting 2 places. So here as the denominator we will get 2 zeros after 1. So we have got 100, and the number 7 or 07. Since this 0 is not valid at all, that's why I am not writing 07. I have written only 7. So 7 by 100 is the fractional form of this decimal number. So how to check that which one is the bigger one? I hope all of you have learned the comparison of two fractions. Now we have got the decimal numbers in their fractional form. Okay. So how to do? We will cross multiply this. So let's do. From here we will start and here we will finish. Okay. So 7 into 100. Okay. The numerator of the first fraction will be multiplied by the denominator of the second fraction. Okay. And the numerator of the second fraction will be multiplied by the denominator of the first fraction. Okay. So let's do that. Now we can easily say which one is the bigger. 700 is bigger than 70. So in this way, by converting all the decimal numbers into fractions, you can determine which one is the bigger one. And there is another way also. So between these two decimals, which one is the bigger? Definitely this one. Okay. And the other way, we can do it also in this way. That here, after decimal, we are getting the number 7. And here after decimal, we are getting the number 0. Isn't it? Okay. So, if we put 1 0 here, this 0 will not be valid again. Okay. So, for making it similar to this one, I have put 1 0 here. Here we are getting the decimal 0.70 and here we are getting 0.07. So, definitely after decimal towards the right part, we are getting 7 in this decimal, and here in this decimal number we are getting 0. Okay. So, we can easily say which one is the bigger. Definitely this one. Okay. Let's take another example. 0.032 or 0.00320. Now we will say which one will be the bigger. So here after decimal we are getting 0. Here also after decimal we are getting 0 towards the right. Okay. Here after 0 we are getting 3. Okay. If both the digits are same, exactly to the right of the decimal, we will go to the next digit. Here we have come to the next digit, that is 3 here, and here also we are getting 0 to the next digit. Okay. So definitely we can say which one is the bigger. Here 0.032, here 0.0032. We will not check the rest of the numbers here. Okay. So we can easily say by checking these two digits and these two digits, this decimal number is the bigger one. Okay. So let's take another one example. 1.09 10.009. Here we can easily say only by checking the whole number. Here it is 1 given, here it is 10 given. So definitely it will be the bigger one. Okay. And if it is in this way 1.09 and 1.009, then which one will be the bigger? First we will check the digit which is placed towards the right of the decimal. Here it is 0 given and here also it is 0 given. Then we will go to the next digit. Here it is 9 given and here it is 0 given. So definitely we can say this will be the bigger one. Okay. So I think that comparison of two decimal numbers is clear to you. So let's go to the next part. So in the third part we will try to convert the units using decimals. Okay. So as I have told you already that kilometer, hectometer, decameter, meter, decimeter, centimeter, millimeter. Okay. Whenever we will go towards the upward direction, we will divide, and whenever we will go towards the downward direction, we will multiply. Okay. This was our rule. Now suppose a conversion is given in this way. 1 decimeter 3 centimeter is equal to how many decimeter? In this way the question is given. Okay. Now the rule was between decimeter and centimeter how many gaps are there we have to find. Here we are getting 1 gap. Okay. And it is going towards the upward direction. Okay. So by which number it will be divided? By 10. The number of gaps and the number of zeros after 1 will be same. Okay. So here we are getting one gap and we will divide the part centimeter by 10. Okay. So decimeter is already given. So we can write 1 decimeter plus, for 3 centimeter we will divide this 3 centimeter by 10 for converting it to decimeter. Okay, we have divided. Now how to write? 1 decimeter plus, for this we will convert it to the decimal, and 3 by 10 means 3 tenths. So we can convert it to 0.3 in this way, isn't it? Because after 1 we are getting 1 0, means 10 is here as the denominator. So after decimal also we will write only one digit, and here in the numerator 3 is given, so definitely it will be 0.3. Okay. So in this way we can convert the units. Okay. Let's take another example. 1 hectometer 3 meter is equal to how many kilometer? Okay, this is the question. So here two different units are given. Hectometer also will be converted to kilometer, and meter will also be converted to kilometer. Okay, so in case of hectometer it is going also upward direction. Okay, so how many gaps are there? Only one gap. So 1 hectometer will be divided by 10 first. Okay, then for the 3 meter, how many gaps are there? We can say 1, 2, 3. The number of gaps and the number of zeros after 1 will be same. Okay, so 3 meter will be divided by 1000 for converting it to kilometer. Okay, so for this we can write 1 by 10 means tenths. Okay, 1 tenths. So it can be written as 0.1 kilometer, and for this we have to write 3 numbers after the decimal towards the right. Okay, because here we are getting 3 zeros as a denominator after 1. Okay, so 3 thousands, in the place of thousands we will place it 3. Okay, and the rest of the places will be filled up by zeros. So whenever they will get this type of questions, you will just assume you will think about the place value table. Okay, as I have told in the last day also, that in this way you can plot a number. Okay, and here we have to add this. Okay, now how to add this? Here also we are learning the addition of decimals. So whenever the point will be given for the first one, for the second number also the point will be exactly placed at the below of the previous one. So wherever the point was there, here it is given exactly the below of the previous one, the point will be given. Okay, so here we have put the point, 0 is placed, then we will start writing the remaining digits. So 0, 0, 3. Okay, and we will add this. Okay, if you want you can put zeros after 1 for your convenience. Okay, now add. Point will always be placed exactly below the previous one. Okay, here if we put 0, then 0 plus 3, 3, 0, 1. So the answer will be 0.103 kilometer. Okay, so this is how we can convert all the units. Okay, so whenever we will go towards the upward direction, we will divide. We know that very well. By which number we will divide? We will count the number of gaps. Okay, so by counting the number of gaps, we will put the same number of zeros after 1. Okay, by that number the given number will be divided. Okay, and if needed we have to bring the decimal, and if needed again you have to add this or you have to subtract this, whatever will be needed, we have to do that accordingly. Okay, so today up to this class. In my next video we will definitely start our next exercise 8.1. Okay, so keep practicing at your home. Stay safe. Bye.